Everyone's a character in their own way over here. There's Squizzy and there's Friday, there's Hippie, there's Raycore.
What's the reasoning of Friday?
Look, I really wanted Thursday, but it was already taken.
It's a good one.
It was probably the best place to grow up. It's pretty fun, to be honest. When I think about it, we're always out playing through the bay, running around, rowing around in dinghies. There was never a day that I go, oh, I got nothing to do. There's always something to do and always something outdoorsy and fun. There's a saying that Stewart Island's 10 years behind everyone else, and that's really because we're run off by diesel generators. And just how old school the place looks and all the old boats kicking around, and just we haven't got even very much. We've got a small clothes shop, we've got a pub and we've got a grocery store, and that's it. I definitely think there's things on the mainland that we don't have on the island that the mainlanders take for granted, like such as, say, takeaways. I've got a wee life hack to getting it over. You order it on Deliver Easy and then they put it on the Stewart Island flights and bring it over for me. That's how I get my KFC. Once a month treat. Life here is different in so many different ways, like how small the community is. That's a huge thing. There's about 400 to 500 people on the island, and when I went and boarded over in Invercargill and went to Southland Boys, it was definitely a big shock going from knowing everyone to not knowing everyone and having to teach yourself how to make friends again. Because over here you don't really have to do that as much, you know. Once you've got your friends, you've got your friends. Dating on the island, it's pretty thin. Here there's not many people, and if you see someone, they're most likely your cousin. It's a safe call to definitely go to the mainland if you're for dating. My family first came to Stewart Island in the late 1870s. They were Norwegian whalers, they were fishermen, skippers, sawmillers. So to think about my family as being sealers and whalers, for me, myself, it doesn't really bother me, you know, like that's what they thought was right back then, and they didn't realise that it was obviously going into extinction, but they needed it for the oil and everything, so I think it's a cool side of my family history that has a tie to the island for me. I'd say it would have been very tough. It's a cold place, and when there's a bad winter, it's a bad winter, you know. Like one of the old sayings back in the day when boats were made of wood and men were made of steel. I don't think I'm made of steel, no. Got nothing on that generation. Ever since of a young age, I always wanted to be a fisherman, and I feel like there was a draw to it. The thing I like about fishing is the freedom of it. You're just at peace, you feel one with it. Breeze blowing in your face, nice salty air, and you're doing what you love, and it's just the best. I couldn't ask for anything else. You know, I considered building and all of that and thinking about getting a trade, but it just wasn't me at heart, so I just knew I wanted to be fishing, or at least on the water.
And then I got offered a job on a fishing boat and been on there for over a year now, catching blue cod and crayfish. Pretty good gig. Feels like a blue cod. Yeah, another cod. There it is.
Well, I don't want to move off the island. I know this is home for me, and I didn't, as such, decide. It was more just from the start. Just, well, I wasn't going to leave. Why would you want to leave this place?